got the sorest eyes today, so I'm wearing my glasses. They just feel like red raw. Little Miss bit her tongue about 2 nights ago, and it's like there, and every time she eats it's painful, and she had a really bad night's sleep last night, so I think my eyes are just feeling raw and exposed. So I've taken out the contacts and I've got the glasses in today. Grocery haul. I spent under $20 for my fruit and veg this week, and I spent under $100 for my groceries this week. I spent exactly $19 for fruit and veg, and I spent $90.35 for my groceries for the week. It is not a huge grocery haul, but I am really impressed with the price I spent. Not last week, the week before, the video I didn't get to upload for you guys due to internet issues and tradesmen and noises at this house. It was a big grocery haul. I think I spent about $230, and I'm really bummed I didn't show you because I got some great half price sales in there. I ended up saving over $100 in groceries. But let me flip you around and show you what I got for this week for just over $110 for a family of 4 plus a dog and a cat. It's all in here, and we're going to eat plenty of meals this week. So let's start in our dairy department. I got 3 lots of the 3-litre Norco milk again. I probably could have gotten this grocery haul down even further in price if I went back to the Coles home brand milk and I changed out the bread. But I love this bread. It freezes well, it toasts well, it makes sandwiches well. It kind of stays fresher for longer, and my kids really enjoy eating it. So I'm happy to pay the $4.30 a loaf. I know, for the bread. I think the cheapest bread I found is about $1.90, so I could definitely get the bread cheaper, and I could definitely get my milk cheaper. I think this is an extra 60 cents a litre. I have 9 litres there, so I could have shaved off a bit more of my grocery bill and potentially got it to like $100 for everything that you see here today. But I'm still happy to support the Norco milk and help them rebuild down in Lismore because they did get quite badly affected. So then I do buy a lot of home brand stuff as well, which, I mean, although it says Australian made, it's not supporting a small business, a small farmer, but we love this spread, the olive spread. I've grabbed 2 of those. These were 2 for the price of 1, or half price, or 2 for 5, or something like that there. So I grabbed a fruity one for the kids and a little choc one. We're not really doing movie night on Fridays anymore. Every Friday through winter we do a movie night. In summer my kids actually sign up to do like a swim squad every Friday. But you know, after a play around under the hose on a Saturday to cool off, maybe we will do a movie like on a Saturday night every now and then. So they will go straight into the freezer. Chicken nuggets, my kids are really enjoying at the moment. They're probably going a little bit fussy on what we're serving up. So they're loving sausages, they're loving chicken nuggets, they're loving spaghetti bolognese. But if I'm doing like a chicken risole, or they're loving tacos. I don't know, there's just some meals where they've gone a little bit picky, so it's just really handy to have these chicken nuggets. I think they're $3.80 a box. They are crunchy, they are yummy. I think you can get it in a tempura batter as well, but my kids love the crunchy crumb texture of it. Chicken mince, 1 for us, 1 for the dog. I was really disappointed last week that the chicken mince I had purchased, it literally went off the next day. So I did call Coles and they did give me a refund for the one that went off the next day because it's just not part of their freshness guarantee. I think with their meats, they have a guarantee for it has to be at least have 3 days expiry on it. So these ones are much better. Not their fault, it happens. I just know if I go into the shops, I pick the freshest meat I can with the longest expiry date. So when I went to cook our chicken on Sunday, I couldn't because I bought the groceries on Friday and the chicken was out of date come Saturday. And I'm funny with chicken. Other meats I can be like, yeah, we can probably get through, but raw chicken, I just know can sometimes not sit very well in the stomach. So much happy with that there. The customer service, I must say, with Coles, I have made the odd call up and give like feedback, oh, my strawberries are all rotten, or I had a bunch of eggs broken in the cart, or I was missing something, and I've instantly gotten a credit or a refund. They have been extremely good to me in regards to customer service, so I've never had an issue with online shopping in regards to not getting something. Ooh, I'll close this window, it's actually a little bit noisy at that rubbish day. So I'm really happy with their customer service. When I do have an issue, because I know sometimes people have asked me about click and collect, you don't get to pick your own things. If something comes and you're not happy with it and it's not something you would have picked, I've called them before and they have been fantastic for it. Have I mentioned Little Mrs. nappies just for night times? We're almost out of nappies. And these home brand CUB ones actually work really well for her. We did go through a phase where we were using the Huggies, if you remember. I was buying them when they were half price, and she started getting a really bad rash, and I changed the nappies to these and they worked amazing for her. So I'm happy to buy these ones here. I can't remember the exact price of them, but they are a very cost-effective price to get. Nutri-Grain was on sale. My son is obsessed with Nutri-Grain, so I've got it as a bit of a treat summer breakfast. Oats, because oats are just handy. You can make oat muffins, you can make porridge, you can make overnight oats. I can blitz it up and have like oat flour to cook and bake with. It's very handy to have. I'm definitely getting low. For me, this is getting low. That's a really large container. I think it's 10 litres. It's a very large container, but I am getting low because we do cook oats a lot. So I've got those there. Cat biscuits were not on sale. These were half price. My son does like a muesli bar, and I've definitely been too busy doing the renos to cook muesli bars, but I usually buy like the bulk box of 18, but these were half price and worked out cheaper, so I got those. But there's only 6, so a bit of a waste of box, so I could have just like taken them separately. Rubbish bags, the rubbish bag that we use here, just the Coles Kitchen Tidy ones. We take those out every day. My kids' favorite toothpaste, spaghetti was on sale. Didn't need it, but I grabbed it. And these are the kids' favorite biscuits. A little bit of a treat for them because we did go through that packet through school holidays. So that is my Coles grocery haul for $90.35. Now let me run you through my fruit and veg for the week. I spent $19 exactly. There were a few things with the fruit and veg this week. I didn't get bananas. The bananas were on the riper side. I didn't get a lot of apples because they were on the riper side. It's one of those things when you support local or you support a farmer, I think the larger chains have definitely got into our head. A bright red tomato, it's firm, it's gonna last long. That's not quite how fruit and veg work. Fruit and veg turn ripe and then it goes off if you don't eat it. So I've learned a lot by doing my own gardening and realizing that I can't just pick tomatoes and leave them on the bench for 4 days because they're picked, they're ripe, they've got to go. When you see green bananas in the larger food stores or you see like really hard tomatoes, they've been picked too early, and I've definitely noticed my fruit and veg probably has a shorter lifespan because it is picked a bit more on the riper side, whether it's from our garden or from my local fruit and veg man. But the taste of it is really different. I'm getting a better, juicier, sweeter, richer taste coming through. My potatoes just, I don't know, they hold their shape better if we just do boiled potatoes because they've been picked and not just sat in like a freezer storage for a long period of time. So I just thought I would share that because it's definitely been some days where I'm like, oh, those bananas are too ripe, or I'm gonna get a couple of apples because they're probably on the riper side of things, and that's what today was. The man that does the pickups for the grocery, for the fruit and veg and brings them to where I get them from hadn't arrived yet, so I was probably gotten yesterday's stock, and then there'll probably be fresher stock coming in later this morning and over the weekend. But I'll show you what I got because I got some really good prices on things. I got all of this for $19. I got a bag of potatoes. What's the kilo on those? 2 kilos of potatoes for $3.50. A 50-cent mango, and this is actually, I don't know if you can see me like pushing it down. It's not like over soft where you'd use it for a smoothie. It's pretty good. I got strawberries. I think these were $2. There are some that are definitely on the darker side, but no juices, none look like they're rotten or anything. I've given those a really good look over. We got a really good firm, heavy feeling rock melon, so I'm hoping it is good inside. The only thing I forgot to pick up was a watermelon this week, but I might go back over the weekend and grab that. Tomatoes, I love the tomatoes they have. I don't know where they get them from. They just seem to be redder and juicier and just taste really, really good. Pears, because my daughter just loves pears. I think I got 3 pears. I've still got some from last week. That's the other thing as well. I still do have quite a bit of fruit and veg. Well, for us, that's quite a bit of fruit and veg still from last week. I ended up getting the kids mandarins. I'm gonna sneeze. Hey, God. Excuse me. I popped out to Woolies and got the kids some seedless mandarin. They don't want to eat them, so working our way through. But my daughter will go through probably 2 pairs a day, so they will disappear today, and then I think I've got another one and one over there to go through. My son really enjoys kiwi fruit, but he doesn't like it at school. He likes it fresh, so they become like an afternoon snack for him. And I picked up these bananas midweek, and we're just probably going to be eating them today or turning them into a banana cake. So I still did have plenty of fruit and veg from last week's gone. My son tended to go towards more of the watermelon, blueberries, or we picked things from our garden for him to eat as well, which was a lot of strawberries. Sweet potato, these look like really nice, good sweet potatoes, so grab some of those. And I got broccoli, apples, and I got this avocado. I think this was for $1, but this probably needs to get eaten today or tomorrow. It's definitely got, like, it's not soft, but it's definitely got that little bit of a bounce in it. So we'll make sure that probably gets eaten tomorrow. Maybe my husband will have that for breakfast, like ham, chorizo that I didn't cook up last week, eggs, and some avocado. So I'm really happy with my groceries for the week. I do need to do some dinner planning. Do I write it on the board? If I write it on the board, I do keep myself a little bit more accountable. So, my kids played with my pen and it's gone a little bit thicker on the end, which I actually find a little bit annoying. But let's do some dinner planning for the week, because this is what I promised you guys. I made spag bowl the other night, so I've got 2 bags left over and the kids inhaled it. So let's do a spag bowl for dinner one night this week. Spag bowl, and they love garlic bread. So let's do a spag bowl and garlic bread. Now, I do also have some chuck steaks, which I tend to make more like casseroles with that. There you go, gravy beef. I'm actually thinking of making my own homemade meat pies. So I'm gonna write up here, homemade meat pies, which means I have to cook, which means I'll try and vlog it for you guys when I cook these meat pies. I like to get those done. I just saw pizza bases and they're going to end up getting broken in that freezer. Pizza homemade. Let's do pizzas one night. I've got that chicken. I need to, I didn't buy a pumpkin and I didn't buy a zucchini. I'll have to go back to the shops. Also, I need to go out and get some eggs, because all I have, one's empty. I've got 2 eggs left, so I do need to pop out and get some eggs this week. So what was I mentioning? I'm going to make my pumpkin chicken curry. So I need to make that, and make that. That's a lot of making I need to do, but I will try and share how I make those there. I think the rest I just need to pare back and make it super simple. So I'm just going to put down here chicken and veg, which means the kids can have chicken nuggets and husband and I can have the staggled chicken strips. You know, come up with something. That is pulled pork in this bag here I use for those rice paper rolls, but I'm thinking I might do like pulled pork burgers. So pulled pork burgers. So I need to probably pick up some buns. We can toast some bread. I've got lettuce in the backyard. I've got tomatoes. I've got cucumbers still from last week. I've got 1 tomato, 1 carrot. So we can come up with like a pulled pork burger perfectly fine there. And now I'm just going to put down here toast. I'm just keeping it honest, guys. Toasted sandwiches and fend for yourself, which pretty much just means leftovers. Now we do sports 2 nights a week, so probably doing the spag bowl, I can quickly come home and heat something up. It's pretty easy, and then maybe like the toasted sandwiches. The fend for yourself usually becomes like a weekend thing. We kind of clean up the fridge and eat as many leftovers as we can, so we're not wasting food. But that's my groceries for the week. That is my dinner planning for the week. It can be that simple, and you can get a really cheap shop done if you plan. Now, I did spend a lot of money 3 weeks ago and done a huge grocery shop that I saved over $100, and it's helping me feed and do my groceries this week. So I spent $110 this week. Our budget's $180. That is $70 I can pull from that $230, which gets me well down to like 160. So I've definitely saved a lot of money by shopping sales, shopping smart, and then having items in the fridge that I can pull out. I don't plan dinners then shop it because I miss the sales. I literally just buy things on sale and create dinners as I go, because I know I've got basics in my fridge, freezer and pantry to be able to create meals. And there's nothing wrong with a toasted sandwich. There is nothing wrong with beans on toast. There is nothing wrong with 2-minute noodles for dinner, because we do that quite often. But there's my grocery haul. I hope you enjoyed it. I get to put it all away and have a cup of tea and get this video out to you guys. We'll talk soon. Bye.